السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Can open your camera right now. Open your camera, please. How are you, everyone? You're fine. How are you, عادل محمد عادل? You're fine.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thanks. How are you, Hind Ahmed? It's again. I can't hear you well. So, how are you, Muhammad As-Sayyid?
السلام عليكم يا مستر.
عامل ايه يا سيد؟ وعليكم السلام. How are you?
الحمد لله
كيف حال عبد الرحمن؟
كويس برضه.
وكان في حد تاني؟ كان في اتنين كمان صح؟
لا كان في واحد كويس هو برضه.
ربنا يبارك فيك. شغل الكاميرا بتاعتك. How are you ميدو؟ How are you محمد رضا؟ How are you ميدو؟ وميدو؟
I am fine, thank you.
I'm fine.
Open your camera please. الناس تقعد في مكان مناسب تحاول تشغل الكاميرا بتاعتها. كلكم وحشتوني جدا جدا جدا. I miss you so much. And let's start our session. مش هطول عليكم يعني كده، انا عارف ان انتوا بقى في اجازه وعايزين تاخدوا اجازه وعايزين نلعب ومش عايزين واجبات بقى والحاجات دي. احنا هناخد حصه خفيفه كده ناخد فيها فكره عن الدروس اللي علمنا في اول السنه في الفيبوار، وراجع على شويه حاجات كنا خدناها قبل كده. احنا عندنا اول حاجه واول درس هنتكلم عنه اسمه rational numbers. What are the natural numbers and what the meaning of the rational number? Before studying the rational numbers and before knowing what is the rational numbers or what are the rational numbers, we have studied before, firstly, that there is something called the counting numbers. What are the counting numbers? The counting numbers are the numbers that starts from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. They are the counting numbers. شايف الناس قافله الكاميرات؟ يا ريت الناس تشغل الكاميرات. يا ريت الناس تشغل الكاميرات.
مستر مش قادر اشغل الكاميرا دلوقتي.
عشان نايم ومش مسرح شعري يا مستر.
لا
ماشي يا
بس انا اللي فاتت الكلام ده.
ايه؟ السنة اللي
السنة اللي
فاتت؟
فاتت الكلام ده.
هو دلوقتي ما بقاش فيه؟
لا مفيش منه الكلام ده.
يا دكتور محمد السيد حاول تقعد في مكان مناسب وشغل الكاميرا.
تمام.
بقيت الناس كلها تقعد في مكان مناسب وتشغل الكاميرا بتاعتها. مصطفى يوتيوبر هاو ار يو؟
ازيك يا مستر؟
هاو ار يو؟
Fine.
I miss you so much.
Me too.
Why are you closing your camera? Open your camera. All of you. الشركة بتاعتك يا عمر أشرف.
نعم يا مستر.
شغل الكاميرا بتاعتك يا عمر أشرف.
حاضر بس.
كلام وصل مع إبراهيم ولا ما وصلش؟
نعم.
كلام وصل ولا ما وصلش؟
هو ايه اللي وصل؟
سلام، أنا قلت لإبراهيم سلم لي على عمر.
هو ما وصلش بس وصل دلوقتي.
ماشي خلاص إبراهيم اتنين ولا إبراهيم. So we studied before that there is something called the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. There is something called the natural numbers. We studied after that the natural numbers, and the natural numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. After the natural numbers, we studied what? We studied the integers. Who can tell me what are the integers? Man City? Your name is Man City or a Man City fan?
Yeah.
What about Liverpool and Mo Salah? Okay. You're a fan for a team is opposite to Liverpool and Mo Salah, and they took the Master League every year from them. Okay. So can you tell me what are the injuries? What's your name?
Sufyan.
Jan, the brother of Salman. Yes, excellent. So what are the injuries? You know?
Minus.
There are the positive integers and the negative integers. Firstly, we start from the 0, 1, 2, 3, and then -1, -2, -3, and so on. Right? These are the integers: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. And what about the 0? It's a negative or a positive number?
No, negative, non-positive.
Yes, it's neither negative nor positive. It's only 0. Correct? After that, we studied that there is something called the positive integers, 1, 2, 3, the negative integers, -1, -2, -3. The positive integers are look like what? What's the meaning of the C and all? They are look like the C. What are the C?
Counting numbers.
Yes. The positive integers are look like the counting numbers because the counting numbers also 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. The positive integers are 1, 2, 3, and so on. Correct?
ايده بس شغل الكاميرا عشان يعرفك يا بابا. حتى لما عمل قال لك
Thanks. نور عامل ايه؟ بابا عامل ايه؟
الحمد لله.
لما وصل مع جنى ولا لا؟
نعم.
لما وصل مع جنى؟
مش سامع حضرتك يا أستاذ.
جنى وصلت السلام ولا لا؟ ماشي. So عادل محمد عادل. Then can you tell me what are the even numbers and what are the odd numbers?
The even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8.
No. Who knows the mistake that Adil did? You tell me that the even numbers, yes, very excellent. Starts from 0, not 2. 0, 2, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. And any number, its units place 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 is also an even number, correct?
And numbers can be divided by 2.
Yes, and also they are the numbers that can be divided by 2. They are the multiples of 2, and they are the answers of the table of 2. Very excellent. So, Muhammad Rida, can you tell me what are the odd numbers? These are the even, and their symbol is E.
1 and 3 and 5 and 7 and 9. 2.
It's an infinite set.
It is infinite.
Yes. So you need to tell me that any other number, it's once a place has 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 is also an odd number, correct?
Correct.
Thanks, Dr. Muhammad Rida. Where are your colleagues? The twins. I think you are a friend for the twins. I forgot. They are Reem and who? كان ليك صحابك 2 توأم كده. مش فاكر كان
عمرو وريم.
عمرو وريم. عاملين ايه؟ بتشوفهم دلوقتي؟ مش بتخرجوا مع بعض؟
ايوه بقابل.
ابقى سلمي عليه.
انا معايا معاذ وميدو صحابي.
صحابك برضه؟ ماشي يا دكتور محمد رضا، انت ودكتور معاذ وميدو صحابك. ربنا يبارك فيك. محمد عادل او عادل محمد, you wanna tell me anything?
Mr. Abdurrahman, who is in primary 4, he is my brother.
Really? So
Yeah.
you don't think so that you are the one who makes the noise beside him? You're the one who makes the noise beside him, or he is your baby brother?
My baby brother.
Yes, excellent. Thanks, Doctor. عادل محمد عادل, brother of عبد الرحمن محمد عادل. You're both an excellent students, I think. Thanks. So right now, let us talk about the prime numbers. Who can tell me what are the prime numbers? What are the prime numbers? Who know? Mustafa Tuber know?
1.
You know what
3.
are the prime numbers?
Yes.
Yes, tell me.
1, 3, 5, 7.
No. 1, 3, 5, they are the odd numbers. I need for you to tell me what are the prime numbers. Noor?
2, 3, 5.
2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 23, 29, and so on. And they are the numbers which has how many factors?
1 factor.
No, only 2 factors, not 1 factor. They are the numbers that have only 2 factors. What are the 2 factors?
2 factors اللي هو number times number.
What are the 2 factors of any prime number? Who know? Any prime number has 2 factors. Who know what are the 2 factors? Retail? Retail, no? Muhammad Rida? No?
The factors are 1 and the number.
Yes, the 2 factors are the 1 and the number what?
النمبر اللي هو على حسب
and the number itself.
Yes.
So the factors of the 2 are the 1 and the 2. The factors of the 3 are the 1 and the 3. The factors of the 5 are the 1 and the 5. Always is the 1 and the number itself, correct? Thanks, Dr. Ahmed Red. Vital, you want to tell me anything? You're raising your hand. All of the students who are closing their cameras, please open your camera. Saif al-Shaykh, why you are closing your camera? Yusuf, Mariam.
Sorry, I missed that. بس عاوز أقول 2 factor.
ماشي يا دكتور ريتال. Thanks. Abdullah and Muhammad, all of you open your camera or you will lose some stars. Okay, let me take a screenshot right now for those who are opening their camera to give them some stars. So I took a screenshot right now and I did it. I took the screenshot. I took it. These are the students who got a star. This is a screenshot of them. Okay, I can now open something like can open something like this sheet. Okay, we can add the stars here right now. Okay. Ahmed, this is me. Mr. Ahmed. And they'll give me 2 stars because I'm an excellent student. I'm an excellent teacher. And who will open his camera and who was opening their camera in the screenshot, I'll write their names here and I'll give them some stars and let us know who will get more stars in the end of the sessions. And who will get more stars, I'll give him I think a very big gift. I didn't know what the gift, but I'll give him a gift. Are you fine? Why are you late?
The internet connection.
Okay. I miss you so much.
And me, I miss you so much, teacher.
Thanks, Dr. Tah. Let's complete. So the prime numbers are the numbers which has only 2 factors, the 1 and the number itself. Okay, so right now, this is the new session. that we have today, and it's called the rational numbers. And this is a new set of the numbers. We studied before that there is the counting numbers, there is the natural numbers, counting numbers 1, 2, 3. Natural 0, 1, 2, 3. Integers, which is denoted by the Z letter, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And there is the Q, which is the rational numbers that we will study today. What are the rational numbers? The rational numbers are any number in the form of the fraction, or any number that we can put it in the form of the fraction, like the decimal numbers, like the fractions itself, like any whole number, and so on. And it's denoted by the letter Q. So the rational numbers, we can write it as the Q. The Q letter means the rational numbers. And the rational numbers are the numbers that we can write in the form of A over B, like that. Any number over another number, like 1 over 2, 3 over 4, 6 over 8, and so on. But with an important note, the B must be not equal to 0. The B is the denominator. يعني لازم الدينومينيتور بتاع الفراكشن ده ما يكونش equal 0. ما ينفعش تحت يبقى فيه 0. ممكن فوق يبقى فيه 0. يعني لو جينا خدنا كده كام سؤال من دول وجينا حاجة زي كده. So answer me this question يا ميدو. Muhammad Reda's friend. Mido Muhammad Reda's friend. So tell me, Mido, what are the rational numbers, or what you got about the rational numbers? They are the numbers that we can write it in the form of a fraction, correct?
Yes.
So as this number is written in the form of a fraction,
Yes, this is form of fraction.
so it's a rational number. It belongs to the cube, correct?
Correct.
So what about 1 over 0? It's also written in the form of a fraction, but it's a rational number or not?
It's not belong to the natural number.
Why?
Because it must not be 0.
You are hearing a noise from my mic? You are hearing a noise?
What?
You are hearing a noise beside me?
No.
Okay. We can open press mic.
What are you saying, Mr.?
Yes, it's something in the laptop. Okay, let's complete. So this number is not in the form of the rational number because its denominator is equals to what?
Yes.
Because its denominator is equals to 0, and we have put a rule here, or a very important note, that the denominator must be not equal to the 0, correct? So it belongs to the Q's. That's correct? That's correct?
Yes.
No, it's not correct.
معلش يا مستر المايك كان معي.
It's not correct. It doesn't belong. We have to put a sign here like that. It doesn't belong. If we put it like that, it's false, because we said that belongs to the natural number, but it doesn't belong. What doesn't belong sign is what? Something like that. We put a slash on the belong sign to get it as doesn't belong. Okay. You are Abdullah Sisi or what?
Yes.
Why are you closing your camera? Can you tell me what about this fraction 0 over 2? It belongs to the natural number or not?
0 over 2?
Yes.
It doesn't belong.
Why doesn't belong?
Because it mustn't be 0.
In the denominator, not the numerator. The numerator it
Yes.
can. So This 0 is in what? In the denominator or the numerator?
Numerator.
So what is the rule? The rule told you that the denominator must not be equals to 0, but the numerator it can. So 0 over 2 belongs to the natural number, but 1 over 0 doesn't belong. You got it?
Yes.
So 0 over 2 belongs. What about 2 over 0?
2 over 0 doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong. 0 over 3?
Belong.
Belong. 3 over 0?
Doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong, and so on. Okay? If there is any problem?
Okay.
Adil, why you are raising your hand? If there is a problem?
No, I want to answer.
Okay, don't raise your hand except you have a problem. And I'll let you to answer many questions. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Adil. Saifuddin, how are you? Saifuddin, can you hear me? Mariam. Mariam, can you hear me? So, Maria.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you, Dr. Maria?
I'm fine. How are you, Miss?
I'm very fine. Thanks a lot. What about 0.5? It's a rational or not? Why you have closed your mind?
Okay, Mr. What is the question, sorry?
0.5. It's a rational or not? It belongs to the Q or not belongs to the Q?
No, it doesn't belong.
Why it doesn't belong? That's because I said you that the rational numbers must be in the form of the fraction, correct? But this is not a fraction.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we can convert it into the form of the fraction. Who can do that? You can write 0.5 as what? As 5 over 10. And also you can write it as half. So right now it's a fraction. So it's belong or not?
It's belong now.
Yes, now it's belong. So any decimal number, we can convert it into a fraction. So any decimal number belongs to the rational numbers also. Okay? أي decimal number ينفع يبقى fraction لأن احنا نقدر نحوله لفراكشن فبالتالي ينفع يبقى rational number. صح؟
صح.
دكتور سيرين.
Yes, Master. I hear you.
Thanks, Dr. Marie.
You are welcome.
What about the next one, Yusuf? So, and the next time I'll choose only from the students who are excellent and opening their cameras. But the students who are closing their cameras will answer in the end of the session if there is a time. يعني أنا مش هختار غير الناس اللي فاتحة الكاميرا، والناس اللي قافلة الكاميرا هتجاوب في الآخر بقى لو في وقت. عايز يجاوب يقعد في مكان مناسب ويفتح الكاميرا. Answer with me, Yusuf. What about 2.5?
2.5
belongs to the rational or not?
أيوة
Yes, it's
belong.
Why? But it's not written in the form of a fraction.
ممكن نحولها fraction.
How?
ها.
It's equals to what as a fraction?
2.5
Anyway, write it as 25 over 10. You can write it as 2 and 5 over 10. You can write it as half. Correct?
Yes.
And there are many other ways. So it's belong or not?
Belong.
Belongs to the Q. What are the Q? Rational numbers. They are the what? They are the what? مين هم الكيو؟ سمعني يا يوسف؟
أيوة.
الكيو دي اسمها ايه؟ rational numbers. اسمها ايه الست دي؟
rational numbers.
انت عندك بيقطع؟
ايه
النت بيقطع عندك، النت بيقطع. عمر أشرف. Can you tell me what about 1/4? It's rational or not? Be focused with me, عادل محمد عادل, and stop talking to one who is beside you.
نعم مستر.
Answer with me. So what about 1/4?
ايوه.
Yes, it belongs to the rational or not?
belong.
Why?
not belong.
Why also? Find the rational number. Must be in the form of the fraction. Its denominator doesn't equal to 0. Can you convert this fraction into a fraction or not?
Yes.
Yes, so as a fraction it's equals to what? Four
4
times 2 equals 8. 8 plus 1 equals 9/4. Correct? So it belongs to the rational number. يبقى أي حاجة نقدر نحولها لفراكشن تبقى راشونال، ما نقدرش نحولها لفراكشن ما تبقاش راشونال. طب ال 2 دي ينفع تبقى راشونال؟ Is the 2 is a rational number يا عادل؟
Yeah, it is a rational.
But it's not a fraction.
Because 2 is 2/2.
No, 2/2 equals 1.
4/2. I'm sorry. 4/2.
Yes, excellent. 4/2, and also you can write it as 2/1. It's more easier. 2/1 equals 2. Correct. Set in a quiet place. So 2/1 equals 2. So the 2 you can write it as 2/1. So it belongs to the rational number. Thanks, Adel. So retail. Can you hear me well? You can't?
Yes.
So any whole number like 3, 4, and 5, they are belongs to the rational or not?
belong.
Yes, any whole number belongs to the rational numbers like 3, like 4, like 28. Because what? Because we can write it as 3/1, as 4/1, as 28/1, and so on. Correct?
Correct.
And also any decimal number, we can convert it into a fraction, so it belongs to the rational number. But if you have a fraction like that, its denominator is 0, it's belong or not?
Not belong.
Not belong. But if the 0 is in the numerator, it's belong or not?
Belong.
It's belong, and so on. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Retail. Muaz. Are you Muaz? Muaz, can you hear me? Muaz didn't answer. So, Noor. Answer with me, Noor. So what about negative 1.4? It's belong or not?
belong.
Why?
هتبقى negative 14/10.
Yes, we can write it as negative 14/10. So right now it's a fraction. But what about the negative sign? It's important? What about the negative sign?
مش سامع حضرتك.
If there is a problem with this negative sign, هل عندنا مشكلة بسبب النيجاتيف sign دي ولا عادي؟
لا عادي.
Yes, so it's belong. The negative sign, it's not a problem in the rational numbers, okay? So in a natural number, in a rational number, maybe a negative number, maybe a positive number, and so on, okay? And also the 0 is a rational number. We focus for that because the 0 you can write it as 0/1. Okay, so it's rational number also. We can write it here. 0 was 0/1 belongs to the cube. Thanks, Doctor. نور. Yes, tell me.
منال عايزة أتسلم على حضرتك.
How are you, Dr. Manor? You are fine? كيف حالك؟
كيف حالك؟ عاملة إيه؟
الحمد لله.
أنا بخير والحمد لله. Yes, I'm fine. I wish you fine all of the time. Thanks, Dr. Manor. You can play right now. تقدري تروحي تلعبي تكملي لعب. سيف محمد سامعني؟
مستر.
أنا زعلان منك
ليه كده يا مستر بس؟
عشان ما سألتش عليها في الأجازة أول حاجة. ثانيا
ايوه.
علشان أقفل الكاميرا من أول الحصة وفتحت لك المايك كذا مرة وما ردتش عليا وهخش اشتكي للجهات العليا دلوقتي.
طب ليه الجهاد العليا بس يا مستر؟
شغل الكاميرا بسرعة.
ماشي يا مستر.
يلا عشان أخليك تحل معايا. Let us choose one from those who are opening their cameras. Anyone needs to answer? Then you must open your camera or his camera. Me. Answer with me instead of Muaz, your friend. He didn't answer me.
Yes, Mr.
So let us look for something like that. Let us go to a page like that and solve some questions about what we have established now. So the first question here, which of the following numbers is rational and which is not rational? So if it is rational, then I'll write that is belong to the queue, and if it is not, that I'll write that it doesn't belong to the queue. Okay, so 2 over 3 belongs or not?
Belongs.
Why?
Because it is a fraction.
Yes, because the rational numbers must be a fraction, but the denominator must be not equals to 0, correct?
Yes.
So this is a fraction, then it belongs to the rational numbers. What about the next one, Muhammad Rida? 0. It's rational or not?
Rational.
But it's not a fraction, it's only 0.
0 equals 0 over 1, so
Yes,
it will be rational.
Very excellent. Mustafa, YouTuber? You are a YouTuber right now?
Yes.
You're making videos, so send me the link of your YouTube channel to watch your videos.
Okay, أستاذ.
What about 6.5? It's rational or not?
6.5?
Yes.
Yes.
Can write it as what?
13 over 2.
Yes, it's 13 over 2. Very excellent. And also it's 65 over 10. It's 4 easier.
Yes.
It's belong or not?
Yes, belong.
Very excellent. What about the next one? Yeah. Sufyan. Sufyan, where you have gone? أين ذهبت؟ أين ذهبت؟ النت بيقطع؟
الموبايل بتاعي اسمه ايه ما كانش شغال فدخلت من تليفون تاني.
يا دكتور سفيان. Can you tell me what about this number? It's a rational number or not? Why you have closed your mic? Open your mic. Can you tell me or you can't?
rational.
You can tell me that's rational because we can convert it into a fraction. So how can you write it as a fraction? Why you are closing your mic? Okay. When you want to answer, raise your hand. Say, how can you convert negative 1.8 into a fraction?
تبقى ثانية واحدة يا مستر.
You are using the calculator. Let the calculator down.
أهي.
Okay. Negative 1.8. The negative is a negative. 1.8, you can write it as 1 over 1.
هيبقى ثانية واحدة كده يا مستر. هيبقى ال 18 فوق و10 تحت.
Yes, 18 over 10. So it's belong or not?
not belong.
Why not belong? It belongs to the rational number. Because the rational numbers
لا،
must be
belong.
fraction. أي حاجة على شكل fraction كده نقدر نقول إن هي belong على طول. Thanks, Dr.
تمام.
Saif. Amr and Bree, how are you? Amr and Bree, can you hear me well? Answer. Retail. You want to answer?
Yes.
Yes. 12 and 5 over 6. It's rational or not?
Rational.
Why?
Because it's 7 fraction 6.
6 times 2 equals 12. 2. Okay, you have 1. 6 times 1 equals 6 plus 1 equals 7. So it's 72 plus 5. It's 77. Like what you told me before, over 6. This is a fraction. Then it belongs to the rational number. Very excellent, Dr. Retail. Adil. 2 minus 2 over 3.
It belongs to rational number
Why?
because the numerator is 0 and the denominator is 3 and it's a fraction.
So yes, x and 0 over c equals 0. And you can write it as 0 over 1. All of them are correct. So it belongs to the rational numbers. Who from your friends are taking the session with us? Who is your friend? If there is one of your friends here, if there is one of your friends here, no, you didn't know any one of them. Okay, thanks, Dr. Aid. Ahmed, lower your hand, Aid. What about the next one?
not rational.
Why?
علشان denominator 0.
Yes, because it's 4 over 0. Doesn't belongs to the rational number. In fact, denominator is 0. What about 3 power of 2, yeah, Mustafa Tuber?
حضرتك مثلا 3 over 2
3 power. That's complete. Answer with me. Who's answer? I think it's Mustafa. Yes, Mustafa. 3 power of
Yes,
2.
miss.
3 power of 2 equals what?
9.
It's 9, and you can write it as 9 over 1. So it's rational or not?
9 over 1. It's belong to rational number.
What about the next one? Yeah. Maria.
Okay.
Where is your eyeglasses? Where are your eyeglasses?
اخواتي ضيعتها.
Are you seeing well?
الأسد بتاعتها هي موجودة ايه بس مش لاقي لها.
Okay. So negative 4 power of 3 equals what?
Okay. It will be 4 over 1
Any number to the power of 0 equals what?
equal 1, yes. Okay.
Any number to the power of 0 equals 1. So it's 1. And you can write it as 1 over 1. So it's belong or not?
It belongs.
Belongs to the rational number. Thanks, Doctor. Mary. What about the next one, Muhammad As-Sayyid? Which of the following numbers is what? Is an integer.
إذا منتهي.
What are the integers? The integers are the Z numbers, which are 0, 1, 2, and so on, -1, -2, and so on, correct? So the integers must be whole numbers. The integers must be what?
1 2 و 3.
Whole numbers. It may be a fraction. ينفع يبقى fraction. ينفع كده أي fraction نقدر نسميه integer ولا ما ينفعش؟
ما ينفعش.
طب إيه رأيك في fraction زي ده؟ 5/2 ده ما ينفعش صح؟ belong للintegers ولا not belong للintegers؟ not belong صح؟ طب لو خليناها 8/2 هتبقى belong ولا لا؟
تمام.
ليه؟ أتعرف لماذا أم لا تعرف؟ عمر؟
لأنه 2 multiply 4 equal 8.
Yes, you can tell me that 8/2 we can write it as 4. So it's a whole number.
لأنه ال 8 موجودة في table 2.
Yes, then it's here doesn't belong, but here it's belong. Because this fraction, you can get an answer instead of it. You can write instead of 8/2, you can write 4. So 4 is a whole number, and the whole number belongs to the integers. So right now, we are searching for the integers, not the rationals. الراشونالز قلنا اللي هي الفراكشنز. الانتجرز بقى دي اللي اخدناها السنه اللي فاتت اللي هي لازم تبقى whole number. Thanks عمرو. عمرو and Reem. Thanks محمد سيد. عمرو and Reem. How are you? Can you hear me well? سامعني كويس؟ I think you have a problem with your internet connection. And I asked about you before. Muhammad Rida can tell you. Muhammad Rida can tell you that I asked about you before. Muhammad Rida, you are closing your camera.
احنا سمعناك بس احنا سمع معلش مش هنعرف. لو فتحنا الكاميرا الزوم هيطلعنا خالص.
Okay. Can you tell me 15/5 belongs to the integers or not?
Belong.
Why? It's a fraction. It's 15/5. The integers must be whole numbers.
Because if 15 divided 5 أيوة because 15 divided 5 equals 3.
So it belongs to the natural. Sorry, belongs to the integers. Yes, very excellent. What about the next one? Who answered? Reem or Amr?
Reem. عمرو
Amr answered, so it's the turn of Reem.
Yes.
So answer 4/8.
Not belong. عشان لو عملنا
Yes, it's have.
لو عملنا 4 divided 8 طلع لنا decimal.
Yes, very excellent. Have, which is 0.5. Thanks. Very excellent, Dr. Amr Reem. Abdullah. Abdullah.
Yes.
You're Abdullah Sisi.
Right.
Okay. Negative. Ahmed Sisi didn't attend the session 1.
Because he don't want to attend the session.
You didn't want that. Okay. Answer the question. Negative 35 over 7.
35 over 7. Negative.
Belongs or not?
Belong.
It belongs because negative 35 over 7 equals what?
Equal 5 over 1.
Negative 5 because there is a negative, so it belongs to the end. Yes. It's not important to write over 1 in the integers. In the integers, it must be whole number. So you can write that as negative 5 only without over 1. But in the rational numbers, you have to write it negative 5 over 1. Okay?
Okay.
What about the next one? Yeah, retail. Want to answer?
Okay, belong.
Why?
Because of the negative 1.
It's negative 1 and belongs to the Z. Thanks, Dr. Retail. Mariam, can you hear me well? Mariam, can you hear me? Adil. Negative 24 over 5.
Negative 24 over 5. Yeah. No, it is not an answer.
Why?
Because 24 doesn't.
Because it's not a whole number, and we can get it as a whole number or not.
No, I can't get it with a whole number.
So if you got negative 24 over 5 on the calculator, then you'll get as a decimal number. So it's not belongs to the integers. Very excellent. Yeah. What about the next one? Yeah, Omar Ashraf. 0 over 5.
0 over 5. belong.
Why?
لأنه الزيرو موجودة في table 5.
Because 0 over 5 equals 0 and 0 is the whole number, so it's belong. Okay?
ولأنه الزيرو موجودة في table 0 5.
Okay. Is the fan or what? I think there is an air in front of you. It's more than the curtain.
الشباك فاتح والستارة قاعدة بتيجي في وشي.
Okay. 3 and 1 over 4, Dr. Noor. It's injured or not?
Not.
Why?
هنا 3 times 4 plus 1 equals 13 over 4. Not belong integers.
Yes, it's 13 over 4 and it's a fraction, so it doesn't belong to it. I think that's enough. In this session, we talk about the rational numbers and what's the rational numbers and the difference between the rational numbers and integers. كفايه من كده نقول النهارده كده خليها حصه خفيفه ونكمل ان شاء الله من السبت. الحاجات اللي احنا حلينا فيها النهارده هبعتها لكم في اخر اليوم وهبعت لكم تسجيل حصه وهبعت لكم حاجات تحلوها نناقش فيها من السبت حصه الاثنين كمان ونقدر نكمل فيها زي مراجعات كده وناخد خلفيه عن المنهج. There is anyone has any question before we close the session? حد عايز يقول حاجه؟ اوكي هتوحشوني بقى خالص لحد المره الجايه. I'll miss you so much. I'm waiting for the next session. Okay, you can leave right now. Anyone needs to leave, you can leave. And anyone have a question, raise your hand. Mustafa Tuber.
مستر هو حضرتك هتبدأ 4 حصص في الأسبوع ولا حصتين؟
I'll think for that again. And I'll write in the groups what we will do.
Okay. Thank you.
Noor, you're welcome.
في homework؟
أنا ببعته على الجروب بتابع الجروبات بالليل. عبد الله.
مستر أنا معيش
Where is أحمد السيسي? Get him for me.
ما كانش عايز يحضر عشان بيلعب البلاي ستيشن.
Get him for me.
لا بيلعب البلاي ستيشن 5 هناك. مش هيجي.
Get him.
مش هيرضى.
Ask him to get. Ask him. Tell him that the mister want to talk with you. ريتال.
مستر احنا امتى هنبتدي امتى هنبتدي السيشن الاصلي؟
لسه الاسبوع الجاي.
يقول لحضرتك يا مستر ان هو مشغول في الستيشن.
لو مشغول negative 5 stars from أحمد السيسي and negative 5 stars from عبد الله because he can't get أحمد for me.
طب يا مستر انا دلوقتي معيش الكالكوليتر ولا معايا اي حاجه عشان مش في مصر وكده.
solve by your mind. solve by your mind. أنت في الرياض؟
لا في
فين؟
الخبر.
الخبر. ماشي يا دكتور عبد الله.
في مطعم هنا يا مستر اسمه عنتر.
اسمه على اسمي؟
ايوه.
قول لهم خلاص خشوا
روح
وريهم
اجيب منه على طول.
قول لهم بس ان انت تعرفني هيدوا لك الحاجات ببلاش على طول.
ماشي.
عادل. You wanna tell me anything?
Are you going to change the time of the sessions?
If something like that happens, I'll tell you in the WhatsApp as a message. Don't worry. Okay?
Okay. Mister, I have my uncle's name is Ahmed Amr.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like me? Thanks, Dr. Adil, Muhammad Adil. You want to tell me anything again? Another thing?
Thanks.
You're welcome. سلمي على عبد الرحمن وعبد الله.
عبد الرحمن.
سلم لي عليك. يلا كفايه عليكم كده. حد يحتاج حاجه تانيه ابعت لي على الواتساب. السلام عليكم. بعت لي على الواتساب يا عبد الله، عندي حصه تانيه.